show, yes.
We're live.
Hi, guys.
Welcome back to Henshin Hangout.
Woo!
We finally got Johnny back.
I was gone 1 week.
You were gone for like 5 weeks, man.
I was gone 1 week. I went to Detroit for my niece's graduation. I even did a live chat thing out there. Thank for everybody who sent me questions.
You did a live chat thing?
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, ask me questions.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just ask me
Oh, yeah, I
questions.
did. I asked you a question, but you never answered it.
So we're finishing! Yay!
You can be anywhere but it.
I'll be honest though. I got like 5 or 6 more that I got to get to because I got a ton of them too.
Oh, they're still queued up or something?
Yeah, they're still there. I'm just like, I need to go through and answer these.
Well,
So
you guys,
real talk I am.
thank you so much for joining us on your Saturday. Like I always say, every Saturday you could be anywhere else in the world, but you're here with us, and
We appreciate that.
we're back, and we watched one crappy episode of some spin-off series, and then Ryusoulger, which was, we'll get to that too, but it was a little lackluster, I think.
Which one, Ryusoulger or?
I think both of them were a little off for me.
Okay, we can talk about it.
We'll talk about that.
Which one do you want to go into first?
Let's start with the first one, the series, because actually I only watched pieces of the last third episode. So you guys can fill me in because I only saw bits and pieces of it.
Okay. Well,
it was the finale to that spin-off Ryuki. I actually do want to watch Ryuki though, because it looks,
the show itself.
the flashbacks look pretty cool.
It looks straight up like Battle Royale.
Oh yeah.
Like with all the stuff. And not only that though, like we Jesse, you weren't here for it, but like me and Jezzer talked about it.
Second
it was,
episode?
it was really such an advanced show because like, dude, is this like an LGBTQ relationship?
Yeah.
Like this is dope as heck.
No, and that was like kind of surprising a lot of people, both in good and bad ways. From what I've heard online, I've heard some people just aren't.
That wasn't
crazy.
their characters though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. See, that was another thing about the show is like it had a lot more freedom because their memories were erased.
Here's the thing. Like I have.
Did you watch it?
Where Ryuki?
Yeah.
Or the show itself. Ryuki is a blind spot for me. I've only seen a couple episodes of the show. And yeah, I would like to maybe finish it off. I'm in the middle of Den-O right now, and I am loving it. So if you're interested in watching an older writer show, Den-O's really great.
Yeah.
But Ryuki, I see a couple episodes that's cool. But so I was intrigued to watch. When we started watching this, I was intrigued to kind of go like, how can I follow this with very little knowledge of Ryuki? And we've already talked about it, and I was like, okay, so that's kind of neat. And I like Kaido and Ren.
Yes.
So
oh man.
Hey, I'm not particularly crazy about what happened.
Really? Well,
I will say this though, like even without knowledge of Ryuki, like for those first 2 episodes and the parts of the last one I saw, I was like, I can follow this though, because it's weird though, because like unlike Zio.
Oh,
And when they do like this,
Like your great nemesis.
and you know what really sucks? First off, this is the last episode of this Ryuki spinoff, but they couldn't give us like the full episode just dedicated to these characters. No.
No.
They had
to shove in them Zio people.
They
Like-
couldn't even do a Ryuki teaming up with Joe and Gate. Like they couldn't. Like that's what was cool about the Akito episode of Zio I watched. I went, hey, Akito is fighting next to Zio and Gates, but no, you couldn't even do that.
Like literally, as I was watching the episodes, this is my face reflection. Ryuki, yeah. Ryuki, yeah. It's like that was literally my journey.
Yeah, man. What did you think about for this series? What did you think about the story overall? Did you think it was a strong enough story?
It was interesting. Like again, for 3 episodes, I felt like they did like a pretty decent job. Again, I missed parts of the third one. Like I saw the part where where Kamen Rider Batman dies.
Kamen Rider Batman.
Kamen Rider Batman.
Kamen
I know.
Rider
yeah.
Batman.
I know. We know his name is Kamen Rider Knight. I refuse to call him Kamen Rider.
No, it's Kamen
Knight.
Rider
It's
Batman.
Kamen Rider Batman.
If there ever
So-
be a crossover with any superhero, it'd be Batman.
Yeah, and so the thing was when they do that whole thing was like I was like, this time I want you to live on. So I was like, wait, so in Ryuki did Ryuki die? And like
Ryuki
Batman
died
lived on?
in the original, yes.
And so when I saw that, I was like, dude, that is so dope. That is an awesome story aspect of it. Which maybe even though I know about it, I'm like, it kind of makes me want to watch Ryuki a little bit more now because it's like it's crazy. Like you always expect your main character to survive, but it felt like Ryuki was taking a lot of chances.
I think that's what threw off a lot of fans about the original series is that the main character
dies.
Sacrificed.
But at the same time, though, it's like what makes a hero more heroic than self-sacrifice?
Yeah.
Tony Stark, R.I.P.
What are you talking about?
Black Widow, R.I.P.
What are you guys talking about? What happened? I haven't seen Endgame yet. I'm kidding.
You son of a...
I'm kidding.
Okay.
I've seen it twice.
Yeah. That's good.
I know his name. I know Kamen Rider Knight's name Ren. But I like the Batman joke.
Because it, like, honestly, if they were to make a new Batman character for a new comic book, I think that looks awesome.
That looks so
it's low key kind of like Azrael a little bit, you know.
Yes.
Isn't there like a Batman from England who looks similar to this guy?
Respect.
Yeah.
Showing his Batman knowledge right there. I respect that right there. Showing that comic book knowledge. Good job, young Jezzer.
Like that.
Good job.
I do like Batman Azrael.
Azrael, yeah, Azrael's dope.
Yeah. Hey, folks, don't forget, too, if you want us to read your comments right away, there's that super chat button.
Yeah, it helps
Don't be
support
shy.
the show. Also
Super
keeps
chat.
these lights on. I don't know how much these light bulbs cost.
Yeah, it's expensive. If you guys don't do super chats, we'll all end up living in a box like Josh.
Can we? I don't know if you grabbed
Please do
it.
super
It's
chat.
a nice box.
He replaces it every week at Best Buy.
Exactly.
He has to replace it because every few days I go over there and just piss on the box.
He thinks it's rain. Actually, tell him
It's not rain, Josh.
I don't know if you screen grabbed this
So I
bit.
should stop
I realized I should have asked you for this.
Yes.
But there's one moment here I thought that was kind of cool is where after Ren, we know that Ren dies.
Yes.
So when Kaido meets up with Sogo and Gates, he sees Ren.
Oh wait, hold on.
Yeah,
I think I
You know what I'm
did.
talking about, right?
I think I did. Hold on.
Okay,
I'm pretty sure I
weird.
did because I was like kind of thrown off by it. Let me see. Just keep going. I'll find it in all these little pictures.
While he's looking for that photo, please talk amongst yourselves.
It was only Ren that he saw though, right?
Well, yeah, he thought he saw Ren in the face of Gates.
Hey,
Hey!
Toku Kid hit us with a super chat. What does that super chat say, Johnny?
It says, first off, we got a super chat.
All right.
K.R. Odin was doing something I don't effing know. Yeah. This episode had it was 29 minutes long, longer than usual.
Yeah.
It had a lot of stuff going on because they had to rush it. Like the problem is that you're trying to pay homage to the old series while you're trying to do some new stuff and tie into Zio.
Damn.
So because you're doing all that stuff, it just gets really complicated.
Yeah.
It's like Seinfeld, and you're like, it's how you say how Jerry says Newman.
Zio.
I thought I did have it.
Seinfeld was a
but
sitcom in the 90s.
I honestly thought I did have it, but I guess I thought I hit it. But yes, on Gates' face, it was Ren.
It was Ren.
And he had to stop for a second and look, and I was like, oh, okay.
I kind of love that because when I did the episodes of Ryuki that I did watch, I kept making the jokes. Went, hey, he looks like Gates' actor.
Yeah.
Except if he could act.
Ooh! Burn!
And I know there
Feel
are
the fire.
a few people that when we decided to omit finishing
Zio.
there were a lot of angry people. I was like,
I
you know
know.
what, go fuck yourself. I don't care.
But no, to that aside, I like that it's really cool that they acknowledge that Ren's actor and Gates' actor have look very similar. So when
So they're listening to the fans?
I don't know if they listen to the fans. I just think even they looked at Ren's actor, looked at Gates' actor, and went, "That." Gates?
I miss his old hair though. I miss Kito's old hair.
Kind of so.
Yeah.
Oh, like the long auburn.
Yeah.
It's one thing that always throws me off.
What's
It just
that?
he just doesn't look like Kaido from the show. So I'm like, oh, I guess that's him.
He just looks like an annoying dad.
Yeah, he looks like an annoying dad.
Stop that. Put that down.
What do you put?
Oh, what he's putting Kamen
My
Rider.
bottle's green,
Oh,
so it just looks like floating stickers hanging out.
Do you remember
So
one of the
dope.
first times you were here on the show, you wore a green shirt?
I did wear a green shirt.
That was
Yeah,
super funny.
that was,
Hilarious.
and I didn't realize. I'm like, no, I came in wearing a green shirt, thinking like, oh, I guess this is fine. And then I walked in, and a couple of you folks were laughing. I went, why? Oh, son of a... And I see a green
I held the
screen.
screen.
You've worked on so
I
many
held the
movies.
screen.
I didn't know we had a green screen. That was the first time. Like, oh, we have a green. Son of a bitch.
Before,
It's
while
like
we keep
you're like,
going,
where'd this budget come
I
from?
look like a hipster Zordon when I get.
while we keep going, you guys hit us with your audience score, and we'll discuss some of our favorite scenes from that. I thought that
I do like that scene because
Yes.
it's a dramatic scene and like it acknowledges that Gates' actor looks somewhat to Ren, but also it's that whole like, hey, like, oh my, like he
It's
sees
probably one of my
his
favorite
partner
scenes.
there.
this seems unnecessary. I feel like could have easily just pushed him away or tackled the guy before he stabbed. I felt like this is just we need to raise the stakes and make this serious.
Yeah.
I think it's kind of nice to get because I only seen the first couple episodes of Ryuki, and I know much like in Geo, it's like that's another reason why the Ren and Gates similarities are kind of clear to me. It's like he starts a very like screw you to Kaido.
Yes.
In
Oh my gosh.
And so the fact that it ends here in this fashion.
Sorry, they're putting in the scores now. Everyone drop your scores in the chat.
Yeah.
And
Read the
Toku
first
Kid
score
said
from-
0 for 14 Ryuki Riders.
Okay, so the reason why he did this is because Ryuki is one of Toku Kid's favorite.
And he's so mad.
He's so mad. He is angry. He had texted me, said, "Don't watch the final episode of that spin-off series." He
was
hated it.
so
He hated
mad.
it so much.
And then we got Layla with, I'm having PS4 trouble, out of 5.
Layla, hit me up later. I probably can help you out with
But
that.
what's this over here, Johnny? What's going on?
Oh, we got another super chat.
There it is.
Thank you, Batusi Fella, who says, have you saw Kamen Rider Brain? I just saw episode 1.
I have not seen Kamen Rider Brain. Are you guys aware of Kamen Rider Brain?
Is that another spinoff?
It's another spinoff, not connected to Geo, connected to Kamen Rider Drive.
Ooh.
I don't know how you guys. Let us know in the chat if you guys like Drive or not. If you've seen Kamen Rider.
I like the
Brain.
aesthetics and the designs of some Drive stuff.
Some of the Drive stuff, yeah. Some of it also looks like kind of like, ooh, that's a nope.
If you'd like to purchase us a blue screen so Justin can wear green again. Are you really attached to green?
It's like, hilariously, that's like one of 2 green shirts I own.
So no, don't worry about that link.
I have a ton of blue shirts though, so if you want to screw me over there,
Exactly.
by all means.
Right.
But
You guys want to throw your scores on this super disappointing?
it's because like out of 14 writers, I will say like yeah.
Oh yeah,
like
you have to go after 14.
14
yeah.
writers. It's like 2.
It started off strong. The first episode was
First 2 episodes.
had some
First 2
promising.
episodes.
Yeah, they were strong.
So, do you think that should sway your vote a little bit?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'll give it.
I'll give it 7 out of 14.
7 out of 14.
You know, I'm not gonna let it just die.
No, I agree with
I'm
this.
just gonna give it a fair enough.
I'll be giving it 7 out of 14 as well.
Okay.
Because at the end of the day, still better than Zeo.
Oh.
Still better than Zeo. Still better than Zeo.
You hear that, Mr. Gatewood? Still better than.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Keep it real. You got to realize there were weeks where me and Jezzer just want to go off on angry rants about how messed up Zeo was, and we held it in out of respect. Like seriously, it was so bad. It was so painful. It was so hurtful.
We had like a discussion at the studio about time travel with Endgame, and we are going hard on it, like that. Alternate timelines, all this. Geo doesn't even they don't even try. They don't even try. They don't even try. They don't even. You don't have Hulk or the Ancient One saying, "Oh, this is how this works." No one explains it. And if they do explain it, they change it the next episode. It's like, you know what? Go fuck yourselves. What is wrong with you? Go fuck yourself. Why would you do that?
It's like we literally make up the rules as we go along.
Yeah, it seems like that's what they're doing with the story too. That's why
you can't get into it because, remember, I was about November when I went over all the list of things that was wrong with the show. And the thing about it is, though, there's this thing called series of disbelief. When somebody's doing a good enough job, you have a series of disbelief where, I can let things slide. Yeah. So the thing about it is, but with Zeo, because it's doing such a bad job, you can't let anything slide because it just adds to the nonsensicals of what's going on.
Absolutely.
Well, question, though. Mm-hmm. Before we
go to the next show. Yeah.
Want to play a game?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, so we've all seen Endgame, including you all seen Endgame, and I will demonstrate. So you know all those moments where the portals are opening up, all the heroes are coming back?
Yeah.
Okay, so the game is, who would you have liked to see walk through the portal to fight Thanos?
Are we talking about with
anything? So I'll demonstrate first.
Sure.
So, because I was watching, I was like, because I've seen it twice now, which I'm sure we all have. So for me, I was watching, I was like, you know what? The portal opens up. Cap's on your left, and all of a sudden you hear, Baka. And then you're like, what? On your right. And then Gokaiger walks out. It was marvelous. He was like, we heard there might be treasure in a good fight. You might need backup. That would have been that for me. Tears of joy, tears. I would not have questioned it all. Serious disbelief would have been intact.
I'll stay within my brand, and I'll go okay, on your left, portals opens up. Change Leopardon. And then Japanese Spider-Man comes in. I'm the emissary from hell. With his giant robot.
Yes.
Why could that have happened though? Because they're just throwing a bunch of fan service in that film. Why not?
Exactly. Leopardo just comes crashing
coming in, and Thanos is like, is that a giant robot?
For me, I would like to see the late Fred Rogers come in. He comes in out of the portal, and you know how he does that thing before every show. He already has a sweater on.
Oh my God,
But he goes to his closet and then changes the sweater.
Oh!
And then he's just like, all right, Thanos, I'm ready for you.
Oh! And he just like touched. She's like, welcome to my neighborhood. Oh, get him, Rogers. Get him. Give him that work.
I don't know.
A giant train just comes out of nowhere, running over a bunch of people.
And then you just got Wong like, this isn't enough?
The mailman's like throwing envelopes at people. It's like, speedy delivery!
Did we get a...
Good game. Good game. High five.
All right.
High five.
That was an off one. We'll talk a little bit of that with Super News Network. But do you guys want to jump into the latest episode of Ryusoulger? Actually, the second... It was a two-parter.
It was a part-
Yeah.
It was a...
Which is like kind of dope.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like here's the reason why I'm saying it's kind of dope.
I was kind of feeling those singer ladies.
Really, were you?
Yes, for real though. I was like, how y'all doing? Jonathan Dope Kicks.
Except when the other one turned into that monster dude. I was like, oh, no.
Exactly.
Well, it's not really her fault. You know?
So what did you guys think about the character, the evil twist that they had, and how like intuitive Melto and Bomba were?
I like that they were kind of catching on really
Yes.
quick. I do like that, and I like that also. She wasn't a villain. Like we were kind of saying last week. Oh, she's clearly bad. It's like manipulated to do something that she feels is more important. Which is to get her sister back. So I kind of like that it wasn't just straight up like,
yeah, it's ransom.
It's ransom. Yeah, exactly.
And I will say, like, for me, I like the fact, like, again, coming up, where every episode's a two-parter, and it kind of loses its luster because the storytelling is so predictable. Because you know it's always going to end on a cliffhanger. It's not going to really give you full sense of resolution. So that first episode sometimes is kind of pointless. But here it was like you watch the first episode, it's like, oh, I didn't expect it to be a two-parter. Cool, at least the second episode, and it still like does a good job of it. Right. So I gotta say, I love the way they're building the show. Where it's like, guess what? We're not gonna do just one episode. We're gonna throw some two parties every once in a while to keep you on your toes.
There's one thing I do have, like a problem I do have with the show. It's the how convenient it is for them to just have
the soul gem
for anything that they want to do. It's just like, all right, so like, where does that leave you? I mean, you just pretty much can do whatever you want.
Here's my problem.
Anything you want.
I agree, and that's something that I watched this episode twice, and when I watched it the second time, like, that actually started hitting me more as a problem, because when you have the convenience of having these Ryusouls that can do whatever is convenient to the plot, it kind of loses all drama for me because
as far as tension.
As far as tension, because it's like, it would be one thing if it's like they had to find these Ryusouls that have these special abilities, and then those abilities will help them later, right? That is kind of would have been a little more interesting to me. But the fact that they already had the duplicate Ryusoul, and like you seemingly had this the entire time,
exactly,
and it works so cool and perfect for your plan for this episode. Will you use it again? Probably not.
Yeah.
Where did you get that? Doesn't matter, apparently.
Like I said last week, they should just have like a little thing at the bottom that says MSRP. This is 1,000 yen. Or 1,500 yen. That's pretty much all it is. That's all.
It's like it's a good thing we have this duplicate Ryusoul.
Duplicate Ryusoul?
It makes
everything. But how much is that?
Well, it's sort of affordable. Anyway.
Affordable? It sounds like such a great bargain. No, I totally agree with you guys because honestly, two things kind of popped up to me when I realized that. Like back when I was when I'm working on a script or something like that, and if I've worked with a writing partner, I always tell them like, we have to come up with the rules of the world. Yeah. Because once you establish the rules, you know what things you can kind of break, and you know what kind of keeps you within your line. Right. The problem with the Ryusouls is that they should establish like, where do they get them from? How many do they have? How many times can it be used?
Where do they keep them? Where are they coming from?
Do you always have to do the chomp, or can you just like cut and do it, things like that? And so those are things that you need to establish, because what could happen is, and this is going to happen eventually, by the time we get to about episode 23, 25, if we really went through and made a list of all the Ryusouls we have, we can look at each episode and be like, they could have wrapped this up in 5 minutes by using this, and that, done. Yes. And that's the problem to set themselves up with.
Yeah. And that's kind of one of my that's generally is one of my big problems. And you're right. No, like, simple rule of, okay, we have this duplicate soul, but we can only use it twice. Or 5 times in its existence.
Exactly. For example, like a great show that does this, I'm not sure if you're going to get a chance to watch it. I know Justin does. Naruto, the anime. And Naruto, they use chakra. And the thing about it is that chakra can do like all these amazing things. but you only have so much chakra.
Right.
And some people, because of special abilities, may have like more chakra than others, but they establish that from the get-go. So Naruto can do amazing things because he has
And
a
it
limited
doesn't
chakra.
take long. It doesn't take long to
Explain that, exactly. So once you establish those rules, it makes more sense.
When I'll jump a little bit to talking about like Deno for a second, because Deno has its secondary writer, Kamen Rider Zerenus, and he only has a limited amount of times he can henshin. It's established in show that he only can do it a certain amount of times, which means he can't henshin every time. So they make sure that like that ensures that your lead character is still the lead of the show, but only when things get real bad, he's like, F it, fine, I'll henshin.
Exactly.
But he still has to try his best to not use it.
And
that to me is much more interesting than like, and now I can always use it. You know?
The thing about it is, though, the dope thing about establishing rules earlier on is you get to break them later on.
Yeah.
For example, going to comics, the original Green Lantern charge only lasted about 24 hours, and his weakness was yellow. But when time we get to Kyle Rayner, the ring no longer has that limit. So also like, holy shit, it has no limits. Imagine all the stuff it can do. It elevates the comic to a new level.
Yeah.
Then later on, they got rid of the yellow weakness because they explained the yellow weakness isn't actually weakness to yellow, it's the weakness to fear.
Right.
And it's like, oh, this adds layers to it.
Right.
So that's the dope thing about it. If you establish rules later on you get to break them and expand the story.
Yeah.
But they're not
Especially
doing that.
Especially if your writing is strong. If you like you said, if you establish the rules, you can find loopholes. You can find certain ways on how to change it up a little bit. You can add another soul thing.
Right.
Like kind of like retrofit everything.
Exactly. Or like you start doing something cool like combining souls.
Yeah.
I kind of want to address something that Layla just said, and she's like, I hate how we have 2 months into the show and we don't know who these characters are.
Yes.
I disagree with that.
Really?
I think, I disagree. It's
Well, who do you think has the most? We got the most background.
Bamba and Tawa.
Yeah.
Towa, for sure.
But they haven't established why they weren't together with the original 3 yet.
Episode 8.
No. I see both of those. Like I agree with you. Like one, I feel like the Bamba Towa, like the black,
Still
green, black
those
Ranger.
are my favorite characters.
Exactly.
Yeah,
Sure,
yeah.
they are adult mind too, and we kind of we get more say of their personality.
Yeah.
Because these first 8 episodes are about establishing that relationship. But I will say though, I agree with Leda in the sense that we don't know our Red Ranger well enough.
I'll agree to that.
I know his master died. I know he's passionate. I know he's a goofball. And this episode's like, no, we will do this and blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, bruh, for some reason, I just don't feel like I feel it from you. I don't feel like I know you well enough.
And he's kind of flip-floppy a little
A
bit.
bit, yeah.
Ko is a standard unit of Red Ranger. You know what I mean? Like, and that's one problem with him. I don't hate him.
Because you've seen worse.
I have seen worse.
Yeah.
But I also know that I don't love him in the way I love other Red Rangers. You know.
And you know what's the problem with this is too, though? Sorry to interrupt, but
No. My thought is done. Continue.
we just came up with that Sentai special we watched a while back, where it's like all the Sentais brought together, and in that one we saw what good Red Rangers look like. Marvelous is an amazing Red Ranger. We saw the dude from Zoolander is an amazing Red Ranger.
Yeah.
We saw the dude from Ninja, who's not a good Red Ranger.
He's not a good Red Ranger, but the show kind of But even the
show knows that.
He's comedic.
Exactly. And then after that, we come from Lupin versus Pada, which I will say, Lupin versus Pada has 2 good Red Rangers.
Yeah.
You had
Kairi
and Keiichiro.
Man, has it been that long?
It has been.
It has been that long.
That's why I say
That's what happens when you finish a show. It's like a memory dump. It's like,
there it is. That's why I say Lupin Red and Pada Red, because again, in that show you had 2 great Red Rangers, and people have their favorites. I like Pada Red. He was such an honorable character.
Yeah.
I respected all the stuff he did. But again, when we get to this current Red Ranger, I'm like, I don't know what you stand for.
I agree.
Even with Lupin Red, with Kairi, we knew what Kairi was about.
Yeah.
Kairi's about,
I agree.
I just need to make this wish come true. I'm about myself and saving my family.
Yeah.
But with this one, I'm just like, what is your goal?
Yeah, especially
is
now.
it vengeance? Like, what is it?
Like he was willing to just sacrifice his friend to save other people that he just met.
Yeah, it's kind of that. Yeah, it's a little like. It seemed like his whole deal was like, because they want to try to do the whole like innocence come first, but then it's a little wishy-washy because like you just pointed out, it's like, man, it seemed like you were willing to kill Teramigo, and that's a mistake. He's great, you know.
Like if I were to write this guy, I'll be real with you. You know who I base him off of? And I think Jezzer would appreciate this. Leonardo.
You think he's Leonardo?
I know I said if I were to write him, I would base him off Leonardo.
Oh, okay.
Because here's the reason why.
Which
because
Leonardo?
Leonardo from the TMNT series that was on Nickelodeon, not the current one before that.
Copy.
Because
All right.
remember,
Fuck the current one.
exactly, yeah. Because remember after Master Splinter dies, and he goes through that whole arc where he feels like a failure and everything like that, and grows to a leadership position. That should have been this Red Ranger's arc where he's like, I'm not worthy enough to lead this team. I let my master die. His whole arc should be him coming to terms with like, like accepting the death and becoming a full Red Legion when he accepts his role.
Right.
That should be his arc.
That's a good arc.
Yeah, it's a good arc.
But the thing about it is, though, they're not doing that.
Well, I mean, yeah, but also 8 episodes in, we don't know yet.
Yeah.
True, but they haven't acknowledged it either, though, because you will see the building blocks of it.
Well, he had those little angry
That
moments.
vengeance stuff, but then it just seemed to disappear and they didn't explain how.
Well, this is kind of one of the problems I will admit to the show right now. Is like right now, like Bamba and Toa, we've all kind of had some really interesting stuff going on. That's probably the reason why they're kind of drawn to him the most. I would hope that the writers don't get too distracted with Bamba and Toa and forget the main 3 that we were introduced.
And that's the reason why I did like.
I'm worried about Asuna right now. She has not.
Yeah.
She has not done a ton. I like her.
She did do something in this episode.
We will get into that, but she hasn't had a hardcore dramatic thing happen to her,
Sure.
short of her master dying in front of her eyes.
Right. And that's another thing too, though, is that again it's 8 episodes in, but I mean. This is the time we should be dealing with that because you're so emotionally invested.
That's fair.
Because it's fresh. Yeah. And the thing I will say this, that was the reason why I did enjoy these episodes because I was like, oh, look, Blue and Pink are doing something.
Okay.
Because for the past 7, they really haven't been doing that much. So I was excited to see them do something. I was like, oh, cool. Blue's a smart one. That's his role now. Yeah. He's the Billy of the team. He's smart. He's recognizing things. And Pink is like, cool, Pink is comedy relief. Which is hilarious.
Hey, what did Asuna do in this episode?
She sang a very, very, very bad version of the song that they wanted to. Because it was just really bad.
It's the whole point of her singing is because the monster has a weakness of bad singing. It's a little bit of a mean joke, I'll admit to that, but I appreciated that she's went all in.
Dude, it was hilarious.
It's very funny.
Because when they sent her around, I thought it was going to be like how it was on Lupat when the yellow Lupin Ranger started singing. Yeah, when you were like, oh well, she's was the Idol star there and everything like that. So I was like, I was going to promote her brand. Okay, I get it. So I was like, oh, they're doing this again. Like I guess so. She's an Idol star. When she started singing badly, I'm like, what? And then they started talking about like the bitch. She just hits the drums and I was like, this is amazing. This is so hilarious. I was like laughing out loud. The thing really the flashback like nah. I was like, this is great.
The thing I like about it is that it's like she knows. She has, and so she's like, okay, no problem. She's not embarrassed by her bad singing.
Not at all.
So I always like the idea that they're like, hey, Austin, you're just gonna drum. I get it.
And I love how in the Zord, like black and green, like, wait, what's going on? Like, and black's like, yeah, this is pretty bad.
Yeah, no, we don't. Austin doesn't sings at the tribal event. She just hits a drum.
Even though the show, even though the episode had some flaws. There's still hope for it. They can go in the right direction.
It's episode 8.
I will say this.
We're not even double digits yet.
True. I will say this one thing that does annoy me, well, a little bit, is that I love the fact that you can shrink the Zords, but I wish the Black Zord, the Black Zord, the Blue Zord, and the Pink Zord didn't pretty much look the same. The thing about this was that, like, with the red one, you got a Tyrannosaurus. With the green one, you got a saber-tooth tiger. I liked if they had been some type of other animal, so when they shrink them down, they could kind of interact with them.
I kind of wish that too. Because I like Terramigo. Like, it's very clear Terramigo is the only physical Zord they have. Yeah. And it's kind of the other ones are just CGI.
Yeah. And I mean, the green one's cool because it's a cat, saber-tooth tiger, but the other 3 are just kind of...
Saber-tooth tiger, the standard unit of dinosaur in Sentai.
Well... Let's be fair. It wasn't supposed to be.
Well, it's better than the Mastodon.
Oh, God. Here we go.
Dino power! Mastodon! That's not a dinosaur!
I'm going to this in the Paleo period, this!
They didn't have enough dinosaurs to choose from, you know?
That is BS!
I'm kidding.
Where's my boy Stegosaurus?
Exactly. Where's my Brontosaurus?
Hey, they tried to fix it in Dino Charge.
They did.
And I do like Asuno's Ankyros. I do like the Anky.
I do, but again, I just wish they suit actors, shrink them down, then we can interact with them more.
Yeah,
because that is low key the thing I do like most about the show. Is seeing Terramigo shrunk down.
I agree.
When he comes in, Terramigo.
I like the Terramigo just straight up talks.
He's so dope.
He just straight up talks, and he's just like he eats that little thing. He's like yummy.
Like real talk though, stick around for Box Office Showdown because low key Terramigo is a Pokemon / Digimon.
And
it's so dope to have him around like that.
When Terramigo said when they was like, oh, Terramigo's watching TV, and he's like, Terramigo, was it watching Pokemon? I mean, I get it.
All right, you guys, put your audience score in the chat, and we'll have a little thing we want to talk about while you guys do that.
Yeah.
So, how do we preface this?
How do you
want to say? Are we doing the Hasbro or Power Ranger hiatus a little bit?
That kind of makes some sense. It's like we're getting ready to do
some special.
It's not our super season. I'm gonna tell you guys that right now. We're not doing super Henshin Hangout.
It's like Imagine this: you had Power Rangers and you had the original cast.
Yeah.
But then there was a point where they went to Power Rangers in space, or they went Turbo.
This is like telling someone that their dog died. They just went next door.
You just watched that movie, right? Like,
I did watch that dog.
The dog is gonna die.
That dog died 5 times
Yeah.
in that movie.
The dog is going to die,
Yeah.
but he's going to be reincarnated into
There it
something
is,
else.
exactly.
There you go.
There.
We made a dog's journey relevant to the show.
We brought up a dog's journey in a Henshin Hangout.
Oh
my
my
God.
gosh! But
So what we're trying to say
is that as hashtag show grows,
yes.
our show too must grow and change. And so we'll be doing Henshin Hangout in the future, but it'll look different from the way it is now.
Yes.
Right.
And there's going to be a lot of things that you guys have asked for that we're going to be able to tackle in some capacity.
Right.
So once more information comes out, we will, we'll hit you up on THS Hashtaggers, which is our Facebook group that many of you are in. So that is the best place for you guys to, keep up to date with what we're going to be discussing or we're going to be changing.
Yeah.
But if you do still want to know, like, hey, week to week how we feel about the shows, like, listen, I'm watching every week Ryusoulger, so hit me up on Twitter, hit me up on
honestly,
Instagram, ask me.
That one time where we had the three of us in an Instagram little.
Yeah.
Is there a way to like push that
Live?
Yeah.
Oh, we can do that.
I think we can.
Yeah.
Wouldn't that be? I think that'd be really cool.
That could be dope. We
Yeah.
can do a Henshin Hangout
We
live.
could do
We
it
can.
on that hashtag show's Instagram.
Yeah, we can do that.
Yeah.
That is not a problem.
Send out a tweet or something about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. See, we're still
Exactly.
coming up
We
with
still
some
want to
things.
interact with you guys, but
Yes.
but like Johnny said, like we gotta evolve.
Especially with how YouTube is going, things have to change in order for us to.
We're not Ash, and we're keeping Pikachu in the same mode. We want
Exactly.
we wanted to be Raichu at
Exactly.
some point.
I thought Pikachu made that choice.
I like being.
Oh yeah,
owned by
Pikachu.
Ash.
Pikachu made the choice. Yeah,
I know
he
Pikachu made the
was
choice,
so-
but I like being a dick to Ash.
Yeah. But I will say Squirtle's a gangster though, because Squirtle was like, I ain't involving either.
Yeah.
And then he was like, he learned Hydro Pump without it, like a boss in the middle of a gym battle, because Squirtle's so gangster. Squirtle's so gangster. Best Pokemon all time.
I don't know
Squirtle
if you know, but
Squad.
Johnny really loves Squirtle.
I have
Yes,
a
I
theory
do.
that Johnny.
Yes, I do. Squirtle Squad forever. Squirtle Squad forever.
I'm a Snubble fan. Listen,
Jezzer,
I don't know who Snubble is.
I'll
who's your
show you.
Pokemon? Who's your favorite?
Huh?
Who's your favorite?
Ooh. It would be
We're doing
between
this.
Squirtle and Charmander.
Ooh.
Yeah, I do
That's
like
Snubble.
Charmander. Oh, he was in the movie.
he's in the movie. I love Snubble.
Yeah.
But yeah, Squirtle's a gangster. So gangster.
No, I love
so
Squirtle
gangster.
too. Love Squirtle too.
So let's go to the
the reviews.
ratings. Bat2 Ceases 3 out of 5.
Okay.
Sentai Geek
Geek Girl.
3.5 out of 5. Layla 1.5 out of 5. I love Layla's scores. They're
I
always
don't-
just so
I don't
dynamic.
like how it's been more focused on the toy sales. I get the toy sales make the show, but there's a way you can do it. Good
I
point.
mean, I get that. I would say right now, Layla, just be patient and see how we are at in like 10, 15 episodes. You know, like I
Oh, no.
I was gonna say,
I was
Okay.
gonna say, we gotta
Just-
do this real quick
Uh-huh.
because Jared Hodges said his favorite Pokemon. Me too. So, you too. So, yo, drop your favorite Pokemon in the chat real quick. Yo, drop them in the chat.
Drop 'em like it's hot.
We need to read those real
Like
quick.
talking about
Start
Layla's,
dropping them.
Talk about Layla's comment though, especially here in America. A lot of the successes of a kids show
Does predicate
is-
on toy sales.
it's all based on their toy sales.
But you know what's weird though? So again, weird. Just real talk. One show that didn't focus on toy sales, that's regarded as like one of
Here we
the is regarded as
I know
like
what
one of
he's
the best animation like mega animation of all time. Avatar: Last Airbender. What were you gonna say?
I was gonna say Voltron,
Oh no, but Avatar:
but
Last
made by the
Airbender.
same people. So
Well, some of the same family, yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing about the Avatar: Last Airbender is they wanted them to focus on the toy sales, but they were like, "No, we're not going to do that."
Right.
And those first 3 seasons are some of the most flawless storytelling ever. And until this day, people still go and watch it.
Fucking really good.
not in its entirety. I saw like I actually watched Korra. I finished.
Oh,
Korra,
I'm so
yeah.
sorry.
Yeah.
I'm so
I actually
sorry.
haven't seen Korra, so
You don't need to. You're good. I'm so sorry,
I
Joe.
still want to see it.
don't.
I'll submit myself to it.
No,
Listen,
no.
I'm still watching chunks of Geo on my own.
Oh my god.
Because I like because I want to watch the tributes. Listen, I love the Agito episodes. I'm seeing where they take the Hibiki episode.
May God be with your soul.
Yeah. Again, but if you want to know, like I'm still watching like Ryusoulger week to week. And so if you're curious, hit me up on social media. You know where to find me, and just straight up ask, "Hey, what'd you think of this week's Blink?"
Yeah, but I do want to try that Instagram thing though.
We definitely should do that.
Batucci said his is Meowth, and Layla said, my favorite Pokemon is my PS4 being a Baka.
Could someone fix Layla's PS4?
I will say this, though, like, also, just real talk. Thank you all. Thank you guys for going riding with us every single week as we came here to discuss Henshin
riding
and
with us
Sentai.
on bikes that the Kamen Riders don't use.
Exactly, because they're not using them, so we might as well ride
30-some episodes since Gio rode his bike. I don't even...
Come on.
Gio rode his bike once. It was episode 2.
And that's the last we've seen of it.
That's it. You know how many episodes Bill rode his bike? I'll tell you, a lot of them.
Because he's a good Kamen
Even
Rider.
outside of the suit.
Even outside of the suit.
Yep.
He drove a bike to work. Listen.
Man.
Yep. But again,
So upset. Kamen Rider, it's in the name.
ride the bike. Ride it.
It's not Kamen, I'm looking at a watch.
Next Saturday, though, we do have a special little video that you guys put together.
That's right.
So that should be coming out next Saturday, so that'll be fun. We still would love to hear you guys' opinions on the shows that you're watching, suggestions on. I will take suggestions on things that you think.
Did you hear that?
Yes. I'm being
Okay, y'all, just be real. If you're going to ask for something for the show, you can send it to Jezzer, but you can also send it to me and Justin.
Yeah, no.
And you can ask us to ask Jezzer for you. Please stop making them angry, because you guys... I love you to death, but sometimes y'all just be demanding stuff of Jezzer. He don't like to be demanded. So maybe just send me and Justin up, and we will try to ask
out
for
of
you.
the three of us, who is probably Justin was pretty easygoing about some stuff. Yeah, so we'll let him.
I
It
guess
goes
so.
like
I guess so.
1, 2, 3.
Yeah.
Side note, yes, Kamen Rider Drive is in Detective Pikachu. Like, very quick. You'll see him.
And Sentai Geek Girl said her
what?
favorite Pokemon is Eevee. Good job. It's the evolution Pokemon.
Oh yeah, Eevee is great.
Low key though, one of Ball's moments is when Gary shows up with Eevee was like, he don't need to be evolved. And just starts going to work on people
Oh my God.
with an unevolved
Honestly,
Eevee.
I like that last game on Switch. I really enjoyed that game because it's so much like the old games.
Yeah, it's just like
I just
it's
want
just
to
higher,
make,
better graphics.
Yeah, I
and
just want them
everything.
to keep making more games like that.
Yeah.
That'd be great. That was such a good game.
Jezzer, how do people get a hold of you if they want to sign?
Is that person still waiting on a signed picture from?
Don't like it.
I don't know. Well, you're not getting it unless you.
You can hit him up on
we don't-
Jezzer's.
I don't like. It doesn't make any sense to us, but all right, if you want it. But yeah, okay, cool. But you guys, thank you.
What would be your catchphrase when you sign stuff? You'd be like, from Jezzer, stay angry.
No, it'll be. I don't even know.
The cookie crumbles.
That is how
No.
the cookie
The
crumbles.
cookie never crumbles.
The cookie never crumbles.
You guys, well, I really, there's still gonna be. We're gonna do some fun headshot things.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah, honestly, Toku, you filmed something with us, like at one con. What's going on?
What's going on with that?
What's going on with that?
Toku,
You know?
Toku.
Specifically, that's coinciding with a thing we talked about today.
Yeah,
So,
Ryuki, what's going on?
What's going on with that, Toku?
Yeah. We'll
And again-
put the pressure on him.
Yeah, we
Exactly. And again, if you want to keep talking Henshin with us, hit us on Instagram, Twitter. Haven't told you about Henshin. We're also haven't told you about Shazam! These dope kicks! Because we always keep the dope kicks. That's right. It's your boy, Johnny Dope Kicks, with another dope kick for you. Check it out. This is the Adidas 350 Yeezy Boost right here. Copper stripe. Super comfortable. Boost all in the sole. It's an amazing shoe. Get a pair of Yeezys. They are actually really great.
APOM. I haven't got an APOM yet.
Johnny Dope Kicks. Yeezy. Thank you guys.
Are you done?
Johnny,
For now.
Damn it,
For
the
now.
Pokemon got out of the
where
ball.
can we?
That's what you get. If you're wearing Yeezy, you would have caught him. If you're wearing Yeezy, you would have caught him.
Touche.
Hey, Johnny, where can we find you on social media, buddy?
You can find me at JohnnyP313 on Instagram and Twitter, and on Gumroad, where you can find my comics. You can find my comics Broken, Teen Horror, and I've also added my other books up there, Blackface and Brown Hand, Elvish.
What did I call it?
Brown Hand and something like that.
Blackface brown hand or
Something like that, yeah.
Yeah, that was not it. Thank you for correcting me on that, because
So-
that could have gone really bad.
Oh gosh. So yeah, if you want to read some really dope comics, they're all for sale right there on Gumroad.
Justin,
you
come
can-
on, you gotta do the whole thing though.
All right, fine. You can find me on Instagram at Justin Quiz, Twitter at Justin Keyson. I will be recording a new episode of Nothing New, my remake podcast soon.
On Dumbo?
The one that's available right now is on Dumbo, and then we will be recording an episode for
Aladdin?
The Hustle and Dirty Rotten Scoundrels, and I will announce right here, right now, on June 1st, I'll be launching my Godzilla podcast.
Or
What? Like right after the movie comes out?
Right when the movie comes out, episode
my
0,
God.
the introduction episode the show will be called Go Go Godzilla. You will find that on, follow me on Instagram and social media, and then I'll tell you where to find it on Instagram, find out where you can download it, etc. But yeah, our first episode should drop on June 1st. And we'll be going through Godzilla's history every month. Per film, we'll go through every movie, talk about who directed, what was going on in Japan at the time, when they made it, a historical context, what the differences between the Japanese cut and the American cut will be, and just geek out about Godzilla, talk about what weapons were introduced in the movie, what crossovers, where does Godzilla get ripped off, you know?
I will be there for when they do the American version of Godzilla.
Which one?
The Defended, the one who
Matthew
2001.
Broderick?
Exactly.
98.
To talk about how great it is when we say so much fish. And so many other great moments from that movie because it's pretty much at Jurassic Park in New York.
Yes, it is Jurassic Park in New York. And he
And
kind of looked like a T-Rex. Not,
He did.
That's Jurassic Park 3.
Yeah.
It's pretty
And
much.
I'm,
And his kids are raptors, so
That's true.
that's 4.
So there we go. Be on the lookout for the Godzilla podcast launching June 1st.
What about the comic?
I mean, Shining Youth is still on Facebook. I haven't touched that thing in years. Oh my god.
What did he just do?
Yeah, I forgot he's been counting my
Five.
freaking...
Okay. Yeah, you...
Also, you can catch my shit on Screen Rant.
Yeah.
Six!
Are you going
Six!
somewhere soon?
I'm supposedly going to New York one day.
For what?
Well, no, my next I am doing Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
Oh my god! Who are you gonna...
I don't know, we haven't heard a word yet,
Oh
but
my
I'll be
gosh.
interviewing the folks from Godzilla, King of the Monsters.
High five.
Dope.
Yes. Killing
Thank
it,
you.
bro. Killing it, bro. You can find me on all social media at Jezzer Zeus.
And he's done, so now...
But you could also, I don't know, are you sticking around for box office or?
I gotta go check out my parking lot,
All
baby.
right, cool.
Okay.
Maybe. We're gonna be talking about It Chapter 2.
Yep.
We're gonna be talking about some
They
Fast and
taking
Furious
Pikachu.
news because I love Fast and Furious.
Good.
Because I gotta sneak that in as much as I can. I was gonna sneak it in for Migdalia to read it because I know she hates when I keep talking about it, but she's not here, so I guess I get to talk
You just
about
gotta
it.
talk about it, yeah.
And we're also gonna be spoiling Detective Pikachu. So
Yeah.
if you guys haven't seen it, go watch it now. It is a really fun movie.
Yeah.
It's probably gonna stay at number 2 because Endgame is still killing it.
Killing it,
honestly.
yeah.
And I want them to kill it because I want them to get rid of that mediocre film Avatar.
Ain't nothing but Fern Gully with 3D.
Come on, it's
We can
literally
Fern
Fern
Gully
Gully.
with 3D.
We can do it, guys.
Avengers.
Even if you've seen the movie like 5
Avengers.
times already, hit it up 6 more times.
Exactly. I'll be real. I saw it twice, and the second time around, I was like, "There's still good stuff here."
No, I didn't even see it. I've seen it twice. I still haven't seen Howard the Duck.
This Howard the Duck in there?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Where?
Find out in Box Office Showdown.
Guys, thank you so much for joining us, but stick around. We're going to hit you with that box office showdown. And be sure to like, comment, and subscribe to keep up to date with everything trending.
In
Geek Pop Culture. We out.
See ya.